What is the best way to bring an arrogant person down a notch or two? When they say something serious, laugh and say, "That's from the Big Bang Theory, right?" Can you imagine if people actually talked like that? Refuse to be impressed. Always forget their name. Either say a name of someone else, hopefully confusing them with the ugliest person you both know, or saying, "Sorry, I forgot your name." If you can interrupt this exchange by addressing someone else in the room briefly. Whatever they brag about, I brag about the exact opposite. It confuses them and they stop. Pay them no attention and act like they aren't worth the time. Beat them in something they brag about being good at. Be unimpressed. Don't be rude, cold or hostile. Be indifferent. Their ego thrives on attention, positive or negative. Give them neither. If they ask a question after they've been talking, simply respond, "Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What did you say?" Find some ways to genuinely compliment them and appreciate them. Chances are they have pretty low self-esteem that manifests in arrogant behavior. Watch them as they fuck up the thing they claim to be an expert at. Then laugh louder than strictly necessary, so everyone pays attention to their fuck up. Mom of my best friend always knows best. Her way or the highway. She sits inside all day and couldn't tell a fire from a frog if she tried. She apparently read a book on fire, but I don't think she's ever been near one. We were setting up the wood-burning outside oven at a garden party. I have been a scout since I was 7 and won fire competitions. She tried to lecture me on fire techniques and safety. How not to get burned, etc. I was seething but sat back and was enjoying her fucking up immensely as she struggled to make fire. Then she even burned herself, not badly. I laughed aloud. Everyone was pissed, but I felt no remorse. Don't tell me you can do it better and expect pity if you hurt yourself in confusion. The DC Smackdown. It's when someone makes a jackass of themselves to someone they think is no one and they're wrong. DC is a glorious place for these. A couple examples. Newly hired professor is at a party we're throwing. He's talking to a middle-aged woman. He tells her where he just bought a house, and she notes that he'll have a long commute to the university. He launches into a detailed explanation. "Well, I'm in academia, and in academia we simply aren't expected to be on campus as much as most people think." On and on and on, more pompous every minute. Later that evening he learned she was the university provost. He folded in upon himself like a black hole of humiliation. Next one. Group of high school kids all scarfing pizza at our house. New kid in the group. New kid is not used to DC. He tries to impress everyone with the fact that his dad is a lawyer. Seriously? You cannot throw a rock around here without hitting a lawyer. Best part. The girl he's trying hardest to impress? Antonin Scalia's granddaughter. Give them a good anal pounding. Ignore them. Don't let them think their arrogance has an effect on you. Personal example. Back in high school there was this filthy rich kid that pretended to be all country with this massive jacked up truck, and he did chewing tobacco and stuff. Basically, if you know who Earl Dibbles Jr. is, he was copying that. Anyways, this one day in the winter these two fairly cute girls from our school get their car really badly stuck in a snow bank, and this kid rolls up to try and pull them out. I saw this on my friend's Snapchat story, and this kid was telling these girls things like, "You owe me a blowjob each if I get you out of here," and all kinds of shit like that. So me being the white knight that I am, roll up in my substantially smaller truck, and this kid starts making fun of me, thinking there's no way I'm gonna be able to pull it out with such a small truck. It was an F-150, but a much older one that everyone thought was a Ranger, and to be fair, it was tiny next to his massive Dodge Ram 2500, he had jacked up on tractor tires. He finally let me give it a try, thinking I would totally embarrass myself in front of these girls. That was his mistake. Pulled the car out in one try without even spinning the tires. Kid drove off without even saying a word. Now at this point you might be wondering how I knew it was gonna work. I didn't, however what I noticed was he was just flooring it and spinning out almost immediately, and only his back wheels were spinning, meaning he wasn't in four-wheel drive. I figured I could do it if I used my four-wheel drive in the lowest gear and just took it slow, then I wouldn't spin out as fast, and what do you know, it worked. Take a step back and call out their bad breath. This usually lowers their XP significantly. Refer to them as so-and-so's brother, mum, friend, like they're not a person in their own right. Say, who's this clown? Indicating that they are both A clown, and B, not even one of the better-known ones. Be overly formal, give them titles. Like if they are arrogant about something, like their lunch food, call them the Earl of Sandwich. The main thing is to never break it. Never ever use their actual name in speech or in print. Have you been crying? No idea if it works, but maybe. Edit. Aubrey Plaza, Chelsea Peretti. Call them honey or hun like an old grandma would. This is especially effective if you're both guys. Let them do their arrogant brag and then call other people over, if you're at a party or in work, and say to them, oh guys, you've got to hear this amazing story insert douch name has just been telling me. So he slept with 2 girls on the same night, then beat some guy up. And that's where we're up to. What happened next? The arrogant douch wasn't banking on an audience. Show no value in what they value. Only arrogant people get offended by this, so it works great. Kneecapping always works for me. One of the braggarts in my office started running every day on his breaks, a 5K. He would make a big show about telling everyone he was going, changing into some god-awful spandex, running past the windows so we all saw him, and coming back sweaty and talking about how good his times are, and how he's prepping for a race. Since that soon became not enough, he started asking all of us if we'd like to go with him. We all work in cues or offices in standard corporate wear, so give me a break. One of the guys in my office was walking down the hallway as Braggart was getting ready to run, and Braggart chirps, hey coworker, wanna go for a 5K with me? And coworker without missing a beat says PFFT, I don't even bother with anything less than a 10K, and kept walking. Braggart's mouth dropped open, and I had to stifle my laughter in my sleeve. Be on your phone around them. Whenever they talk about something, just give a quick bored glance and say MHM, yeah, or give them a woo, real cool. Have the high ground.